Hello, my name is Representative Pam Powers-Hanley, and I represent LD9 in Tucson in the Arizona House. Well, today's video is about HCR 2020. And now this is a bill which would be a ballot referral. So that means that if it passes the legislature and gets signed by Governor Ducey, it will go on the ballot in 2020. And this ballot referral would create a lieutenant governor's position. So many states have governors and lieutenant governors, and they run as a team. And what this would do would, if somebody wins the gubernatorial primary, Republican and Democratic primaries, they will then pick a running mate who could be anybody, and that person would then run as a team with the governor. And so what this means is that there would be continuity, and so if the governor is impeached or fired or dies or decides to appoint himself senator in the future, then the governor doesn't have to worry about leaving office because he knows that his hand-picked successor will be there to take over the governorship. So I have a problem with that, because then that hand-picked successor would pick his or her a lieutenant governor, and so we would then have two appointed people in office at the top slots in our government rather than people who were elected. So the current process is that if the governor leaves for whatever reason, the Secretary of State becomes the governor, and that has happened 3 times since I've been in Arizona. And so I can see, when Janet DiPaolo left us in the lurch and joined the Obama administration, and then Governor Jan Brewer became governor, it was really tough for the Democrats. I mean, we are never going to let that woman back in the state as far as I'm concerned, because look what happened under Brewer and Pierce. But then also, 2 other times that the governor was removed, we had Ev Meekum back in the 80s. He was an embarrassment. Now, there's no way that we would want that guy's lieutenant governor to stay in office. Besides shady dealings, I can't say the words that Meekum said aloud, but he had inappropriate language referring to African Americans. He was also the one that didn't want us to have MLK Day. So the people who want continuity between the governor and the successor, I don't want continuity from Ev Meekum. The guy was a nut. And so who did we get after Ev Meekum? We got Rose Mofford. She was the Democrat. She was the Secretary of State, and she became a very good, even-handed governor. In the 90s, we had Fife Symington as governor. He had, legal troubles, and so who became governor after Fife Symington when he stepped down? It was Jane Hull. Jane Hull was a Republican. She had been Speaker of the House. She was a reformer during the scam corruption scandal in the legislature. So that was not so bad. I didn't always agree with Jane Hull and didn't particularly like her when she was governor, but still, it was a smooth transition. So we've done that 3 times that I've been here. I really don't see why we should change the current system. We do definitely need to pay attention to Secretary of State because it's an important role. So I voted against HCR 2020.